This is Paul Wett with Wett Trader LLC.com. This is week ending January 29 on the Friday. Had a lot of great price action, guys. Like I said, we're trying to put that bottom in on this S&P 500 short-term bottom. I've been talking about this head and shoulder bottom right here. And it's a pretty big one here. This is a head and shoulder bottom. This is telling me that there's a possibility, like I said, 1, 2, 3 of this thing coming way up here towards that 2,000 area. Like I said, I got my first objective last week was 1939 was a sell number. We did get really close. We had a sell working on the daily at the 1939.50. Never hit the price. Where did we come up to? The higher today came up to 1933. So, like I said, folks, we're trying to line up these numbers to get the highest probability, lowest risk. You don't have to take every trade. What we're trying to do is we're trying to teach you how to take the higher probability trades. The good areas of trade, like I said, is going to be the PP right here. This is the average for the week. I said we want to try to buy this area here. We had a key reversal up here, which is a good indication. We ran out of sellers at this point, and they're starting to cover on the rally. Once we penetrated that 1900, we were projecting a high of last week at 1936. We had a sell at 1939, 1933. I'll take it. I'll take it, folks. I'll take it. 1851 was the low of the week. 1870 was the PP. We did not make the S1 number because why? No more sellers at this time and price. The other thing I'm going to say, there was a lot of good trading here. Also on Friday, as this triangle broke out, this was me trying to get out a little prematurely here. I just clicked the button. But as this triangle broke out here, folks, it was very tough trading. A lot of action here going up and down, up and down. People were getting banged around a lot here. Okay, there's a lot of things you can do when the prices consolidate instead of using an 8-18 moving average to cross, because we'd be selling here, buying here, selling here, right? You can leave it at 1840 and you wouldn't have sold until here, and then when it came back up here, you would have bought again. So you would have probably skipped about 2 of these losing trades. But I just put this on here for this demo to show you folks how this thing works. Same thing with here. If we would have just kept this thing at 1840 moving average on the long and short, if you folks don't know what I'm talking about, if you're new to Wett Trader, you got moving average here. You can adjust. When these moving averages cross, this tells the system to reverse automatically on the fly. That's what you want, folks. In these volatile times, you want some software that's going to keep you with the trend. The trend is your friend. This is another example. This is the 240. Unfortunately, we got stopped out here twice. We had a buy here at 63, a buy here at 64. This is my left shoulder. Look how symmetrical this is. This is beautiful, folks. Look at that. Head and shoulder bottom. This is my left shoulder at 49.50. My right shoulder at 59. This is my high and low calculated with the software for retracement. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. The minute we got towards here, although we had a hard time getting through this 1900, I knew that it was probably going to be off to the races. Hard time getting through there. But what actually happened that was exciting for me was this. Let me show you, folks. I actually bought some calls because on Friday, the Friday calls on the S&P are really cheap. And you could really make some big money. Let me show you why. I knew right away once I saw this line right here on this. This is a triangle, 5th wave triangle. This is an ABC complex getting ready for the next wave. We ran out of seller. We ran out of sellers here, ran out of buyers here. So if everybody's selling and buying here, this is where their stops are, and this is where their stops are. Triangle breaks out. Triangle will break out. Sometimes it retests. This is the retest right here. This is the 60-minute. Bought this thing at 90. 1890, folks. That's a $2,000 trade right there. If I would have waited to the end of the day, I flattened it at like R2 on the I think it was like 22 something. And that's what we're trying to do here. See, we flattened it on the 1920. Excuse me. 1920, I flattened it at 1920 because I was projecting my high here. But see what happened here? And I should have bet, well, this was a breakout day. Breakout. When you have your PP and your daily close plus or minus 3 points, about 3 to 4 points depending on the volatility, you have a high probability you're going to the next number. That's what we did, folks. That's what we did. 83 was my low, my PP, 76. I used a 6-point stop, folks. That's 6-point stop. Anybody that would have took a PP trade would have got in probably 3 to 5, 6 from the low of the day. And let me show you some of the other price action, folks. That was the 60-minute, the 30-minute. To see, this is the same thing. This is why we want to adjust our moving averages. When I send out these videos during the week, I want to help you folks make sure you adjust the moving averages. My default is 818. But when you have a trend, when you have a breakout of a triangle, of a head and shoulder, you want to make sure that you leave it at 818. Because if this thing was set at 818 or 1840, this is the 18 moving average. This is the 40 moving average. This is the 8. So right now, when this crosses to down, it wants to sell on a rally. And now this would have got out if we made a lower low here that was closer to the 18, because it also buys at the 18 and 40. So if I had this at the 1840, we would have either bought over here or over here on the 30-minute. So that's going to be the weekly wrap-up. The market did make a nice rally. I think we got a short-term bottom in. We'll see what happens next week. Stay tuned for next week's forecast for the first Friday of February. It's going to be exciting, folks. First Friday of February, 2016. Watch the forecast for next week to see what to look for at www.wetttraderllc.com.